to knit an ARAN capelet, we will carry on from row 21 with our 20 stitch cabled repeat, ending at the neckline. See parts 1 and 2 for completing the initial and middle stages of this gorgeous ARAN stitch combination. Now, the written instructions to this series may be purchased if required from the website. So let's get on with the video tutorial. Row 21. Now our cable here, the main cable, ends on this row. Row 21. We are just going to purl across. So we purl 9, 1. We knit 1, then we place the next stitch on a cable needle and hold at the front of the work, knit 1 and then knit 1 from the cable needle and purl 6. So row 21, we purled 9, we knitted 1, we cabled, we did a cable to the front 2 here and then purled 6. Row 22, we purl 9, knit 3 and purl 6 and repeat that throughout, so quite an easy round, row 22. Row 23, we're going to do some cabling on this central section here. Purl 8 to start with. After you've purled 8, just check that's right, 2, 4, 6, 8. After you've purled 8, slip 1 onto a cable needle and hold at the back, knit 1, slip that stitch back onto the left needle and knit it, so that's a cable back 2, knit 1, then do a cable front 2, which is slipping 1, holding it in the front of the work, knitting 1, and then knitting the stitch from your cable needle, so that's a cable front 2 or cable 2 front, purl 5, and then that completes the repeat. Row 24, a nice easy row. We're going to purl 8, knit 5 and then purl 5 and repeat that sequence. For row 25, I've begun by purling 6, then slip the next 2 stitches this time onto a cable needle, hold at the back of the work, knit 1 and then knit 2 from the cable needle, so that will be a cable 3 back, then knit 3 and do a cable 3 front. So we're going to slip 1 onto the cable needle in front and knit 2, then knit the cable needle stitch and purl 3 and repeat that throughout the row. Row 26, purl 6, then knit 9 and purl 3. Row 27, begin the round by purling 4, then when you've purled 4, we're going to do a cable 3 back, which means slipping 2 onto the cable needle, holding at the back, knitting 1 and then knitting the stitches from the cable needle, knit 7, we're going to do a cable 3 front. So slip one onto the cable needle and hold it in the front of your work, knit 2 and then knit 1 from the cable needle and end purling 1, and repeat that sequence throughout. I know. For row 28, before you begin, what I'd like you to do is just remove the marker and purl 1 stitch onto the right needle and then reset your marker. It will all make sense in row 29. So with that marker reset, we can now continue the repeat. So we purl 3, knit 13 and purl 2. Row 28, after resetting the marker, you purl 3, knit 13 and purl 2. That's my 13 done, and I'm going to end purling 2. So repeat that sequence throughout for row 28. Row 29, I've purled 1 and I'm going to cable 3 back. So slip those 2 to the back, knit 1, knit the 2 from the cable needle. Then knit 11, 1, 2, 10, 11. Then we'll do a cable 3 front, so slip 1 in front, knit 2 and then knit 1 from your cable needle and repeat that sequence again. What I would like you to do at the end of row 29 is to slip the very last stitch onto the left needle and then reposition your marker for the next round. I'm on row 30 now, and for row 30 we're knitting 3 together and knitting 6. So that's knit 3 together, that's 3, 4, 6. All rows are knitwise from now on, with simple decreases rather like row 30, so follow the size that applies to you from my written instructions on the video guide. When you're happy with your neckline, go on to make eyelets for your neckties and pom-poms. Do a wool forward, knit 2 together and repeat that throughout the round. Follow that by knitting 9 rows. Create another eyelet row by wool forward, knit 2 together, and lastly knit 6 more rounds and then cast off loosely.